Hello? Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Rona Schwartz, and I'm the director of the high school program at the Catherine Thomas School, and I'm thrilled to welcome all of you this afternoon to celebrate the amazing accomplishments of these incredible students. So let's all give them a cheer right now. I'm going to throw a little speech and language in, because that's what we do, and start out with an idiom. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Does everybody know what that means? Well, I'm going to give you some examples of what that means, and then I'm sure you'll know. So this year has shown us how we make lemonade out of lemons. On March 12th, 2020, at 4 p.m., I remember it so vividly, Governor Hogan announced that schools would be closing the next day. So we basically had 24 hours to figure out how the heck are we going to educate these students when we have to close our school building. Fortunately for us, we had already been doing research on a platform to use, and we chose Zoom. And fortunately for us, on the 13th, we already had an early dismissal day for staff training, and we just changed the staff training to learning how to use Zoom. And our amazing staff pulled it together, and within a week and a half, we were live online. That first week, our students had work through Google Classroom, but after that, we went online. And we had a couple of weeks where we were still figuring things out, but we managed to make it through the end of the school year intact. And then, over the summer, we had industrial hygienists coming in to tell us how we could bring our students back to school, what we needed to do. And Dr. Ritter, Dr. Ibarra, who's the lower and middle school director, and I spent the summer coming up with our health and safety plan. And then we came up with our plans for return to school. The high school was scheduled to return in November, and we started with a couple of classes. And then the numbers grew. So then we had to rethink again and go back to being virtual. And then in February, we were able to start bringing our students back 2 days a week in cohorts. But I can't tell you what that took, because as we were trying to figure out, how do you bring back all these students to 1/3 of the space that we normally use to be able to go from class to class, because everybody's on an individual schedule. And at that point, honestly, my brain said it was shutting down, that we can't do this. But I did remember that we tell our students, you need to have grit. When life is throwing you challenges, you need to find a way to work your way through, that there's always going to be those bumps in the road. There's always going to be those lemons that life throws at you. And so we thought, okay, let's now have a group of staff get together and problem solve. And so from what we thought was an impossibility, we made something that wasn't perfect, but actually worked for our students. And so we were able to bring back more than half of our students coming 2 days a week. But then we realized our students aren't getting enough social time. What do? So we had clubs during the school day, 15 different choices for our students so they can have that ability to be with each other. But they still needed more time to be social. So our social workers got together and created a chat and chew, a lunchtime where students could ask to spend a virtual lunch with peers. But that still wasn't enough. So we created some after-school activities for those students who were coming to school. So every time we thought, uh-oh, here's another lemon that's coming into our basket, we decided, where's the sweetener? Because we're going to turn it into lemonade. And I think that's an important thing for all of us to remember. This has been an incredibly challenging year for every person sitting in this room. For anyone who is a teacher or a social worker or a speech and language pathologist, an occupational therapist or physical therapist, or a teacher assistant working with our students. It's been a challenge. How do we do this virtually? How do we do it in a hybrid situation? But you know what? Everybody figured it out. And for our students, you know, how do they keep their friendships? How do they stay on top of their work? But they did it. And this is the message that you're going to be hearing a lot today because it's so important. You know, sometimes we have questions, why did this happen? Well, maybe it's so that we could learn more about our own inner strengths, that we could learn that we can take a recipe that's not so good and turn it into something special. So, my graduates, families, and staff, just remember, when life hands you a lemon, a sour lemon, find some sweetener and make delicious lemonade. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Patricia Ritter, the Executive Director of the Treatment and Learning Centers.
Thanks. I just want to say, did you notice how Ms. Schwartz turned lemon into lemonade as the microphone went wacky? I thought she did very well, just powering through, so we'll give her that. I'd like to add my welcome to Rona's to family and friends, whether you're in person or out there somewhere watching. We're thrilled that we could be here today. We are here, even though we're masked and social distanced, we're here, and that's a good thing. So every year, one of the highlights for graduation for me is listening to graduates speak about their growth and change at KTS, and we'll have that later. And I'm always amazed at the stories of how they overcame challenges to succeed and be here today. And I'm going to follow with Ms. Schwartz's theme. This year, I'm even more impressed. The challenges were even greater with the pandemic, and you rose to the challenge, and here you are graduating, which is a wonderful thing. We always talk about perseverance, resilience, flexibility, and grit. And oh, did we meet that this year. You adapted to virtual learning, you socialized by Zoom, you came to school en masse, and you greeted each other 6 feet apart. Who would have ever imagined this scenario for your senior year? And I can see you in about 40 years saying, I want to tell you about my senior year. You always have a story for your families. As we look ahead to the next phase in your life, remember, if you could survive this senior year journey, you can achieve anything. Graduation is a time to thank the people who helped us to cross the stage that you're going to do later today. The first thank you we should have, and graduates, you're going to work with me a little bit here. We're going to try something. But the first thank you is to the KTS faculty and staff who are represented here today. And these are our teachers, TAs, social workers, OTs, PTs, and speech language pathologists who are always there for you, teaching you, advocating for you, and always believing in you. And I know, usually they're on each side of me, so I miss them today. We can see their faces. But I know they're out there somewhere, and they've got big smiles when they look at you and know that you're going to be graduating. So graduates, what I'd like you to do, I'll give you a little bit of OT. If you can stand up, and can you give a round of applause and just thank all the faculty and staff for everything they've done for you. If all the graduates stand up, and then let's give them a round of applause wherever they are. Okay, now sit down and we'll get up a little later. We're just going to do this up and down thing, okay? Okay, and the next thank you is to KTS administrators. Dr. Desjardins here, Ms. Chavis, over to the side, if you want to stand and wave, Ms. Chavis. Ms. Tillis, if you'd give a wave. Ms. Morris, Ms. Milford, and Ms. Thaird. They are the people who made KTS a quality educational program that have prepared you for the next stage of life. So how about standing up and giving a big round of applause for them? Okay. Okay, and we cannot leave Ms. Schwartz out. She's always on your side. She's been there since the day you stepped into KTS. Sometimes going to her office meant she needed to remind you of why you were at KTS and what you needed to reach your goals. But she always believed you would get to this day and worked hard to make it happen. So we need you to stand up with a big round of applause for Ms. Schwartz. Okay, now, look in your row. Okay, you've got a row there, and those are your biggest supporters, and those are the people you really have to thank. This is your family that got you to KTS. They picked you up on your bad days and celebrated your good ones. These are the people who are going to be with you by your side, not only in your next transition, but always. So we're going to take a minute, because you're in your own little family cohort. You can hug, bump, thank, but this is a time for you to stand up and thank your family for everything they did to get you here. And we're going to applaud here up on the stage, okay? So everybody stand up and hug their families and tell them thank you. Okay, and that's when I could cry, but I will try to hold myself together. So your families, your graduates just expressed their appreciation for you, but I'd like to add our thanks for trusting us with your students. It has been a real honor to have them in our lives, so thank you very much for giving them to us for this amount of time. Graduates, there's lots of emotions for you and your family as you graduate. Sometimes it feels a little scary to leave KTS because it's what you know. But then it's so exciting to see all the possibilities that are out there. We want you to remember that as you move to the next stage of your life's journey, you remain in our hearts. We are so proud of you, and you will always be a part of the KTS family. So thank you, graduates. Now I'd like to introduce Barb Sabo, our TLC board president, who will say a few words.
To the graduates of the Catherine Thomas School, on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Treatment and Learning Centers, I congratulate you. As Bob Dylan says, may you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. Graduates, remember this moment, these feelings of success, of accomplishment, of pride, and remember to draw on these wonderful, positive feelings of today wherever life takes you. I'd like to take this opportunity to show some appreciation for 3 groups of people. First, to the staff, the teachers, and the administrators of KTS, thank you. I watch what you do, and you inspire me. No matter what challenges you face, and over the past 18 months or so, the pandemic has dealt you quite a few, you find ways to overcome them and remind our students that it can be done. Next, to the parents, grandparents, siblings, and other family members of the graduates, we celebrate you too. Your love and support means everything to these students, and it will be just as important in the next chapters of their lives. And last but most importantly, to the graduates. May you find the path that brings you joy.
One of the most special parts of our graduation is hearing from each of the graduates about their journey to this day. This year, they are pre-recorded, so if we could turn our attention to the screens, we'll hear their stories.
Congratulations! Woohoo!
Good afternoon, family, friends, and fellow graduates. My name is Kyle Alawaya, and I've been at KTHS for 4 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I can complete independent work assignments on my own first before asking for help. Something else that I learned is that I am able to use strategies in order to overcome certain obstacles. For example, I learned strategies that help me socialize more with friends in and outside of school. I feel very happy and blessed to accomplish my goal. I never knew I could have such a busy social life, but I am so glad that I have such wonderful KTS friends. The thing that I value the most about my time here is learning how to become independent throughout the school day. I would like to thank all of the KTS staff for the support you have given me over the years. I am grateful for all of the encouragement you have given me. Most importantly, I would like to thank my parents for motivating me over the years and that you are always there for me. Also, thank you to Mr. Herman, Ms. Mama, and Ms. Austin for helping me self-advocate. Next year, I am happy to announce that I will be pursuing my career in the hospitality industry.
Hello, family, staffs, and students. My name is Alexis Arevalo, and I have been in Catherine Thomas for 4 years. During my time here at Catherine Thomas, I learned that I have a lot of potential. My teachers tell me that I'm a very good student and that I'm very helpful. I try to involve everyone that I talk to because I never want to see anybody left out or alone. And I'm very good at taking people out of their comfort zone. I have also learned that managing my emotions can be very hard. In the past, I used to get mad so easily, but when I came to Catherine Thomas, I learned how to control that. I used to always want to give up, but I knew if I were to give up, the people supporting me wouldn't like that, so I kept pressing on. The thing that I value the most in my time here at Catherine Thomas is that I got to meet my true friends and I got to meet the teachers that care about me. There are so many teachers that I would like to thank for being helpful for my time here at Catherine Thomas, like Mr. Troy for being a G no matter what, even when I gave him headaches. Ms. Lauricella for being my second mom and supporting me. Mr. Paris, Big Man, Mr. Chulak, and Ms. Mecklenburg for all being helpful when I needed the support. Thank you to Ms. Lenzel for caring for me and also giving me advice for jobs and always keeping it real. Big thank yous to Ms. Mange for always being the best reading teacher and never doubting on me and always being supportive. And big thank yous to Ms. Epps for always being there and always checking in on me and always supporting me in my temper tantrums and never letting me give up. Thank you to my mom and dad for never giving up on me and always having my back. Y'all went through the struggles to get me from where I was to where I am. I love y'all. Y'all are the real MVPs, and at the end of the day, y'all always have me no matter what, and I really, 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 truly love y'all. After I graduate, I will finish with the RSA program I am in, which I hope I will get a certification in IT. I hope I am able to get my own job, my own car, and see where life takes me. Stay Gucci. Peace.
Hello everyone, and thank you very much for coming to the KTS graduation ceremony of 2021. It all means so much to me and all the graduates to have you all here cheering us on and supporting us. My name is Ethan Bailey and I have been at KTS for 5 years. My very first year was when I was in 8th grade, and I have now become a graduating senior at the Catherine Thomas High School. After graduating from KTS, I plan to attend Montgomery College for 4 years to earn my bachelor's degree. And 5 years from now, I plan to be working as a flight attendant for All Nippon International Airlines, my dream job. My second choice in mind is becoming an operator for CSX Rail for making those deliveries on time. What scares me the most about graduation is losing contact with a lot of my friends. What I have learned during high school is that life is full of surprises, some good, some bad. It is important to be prepared for anything that happens and to make the most out of every outcome. I would like to say thank you to all my friends, Jason, Aramis, Ely, Oliver, Leo Del Monte, Bennett, Julian, Hector, Jeff, Thomas, Kyle, Elias, and Andrew Miller for always being there for me through my years at KTS. And finally, I would like to say a huge thank you to my entire KTS team by helping and supporting me with what I needed during my journey through high school. I will miss you all very much. In just a few minutes from now, you will see me hold up my diploma. When I do, at that very moment, I will have officially graduated. I will no longer be a high school student. Don't miss the big moment.
Hi, my name is Reese and I transferred to KTHS in 2019. One thing I learned about myself is that I will continue to mature as a person. Over my high school years, I have grown more accepting of other people's differences. I have also matured in taking time to know and explore who I am as a person, as you can tell by my general appearance. I learned that I am capable of accomplishing things. One thing I view as a huge accomplishment was being able to complete so much assigned work this school year. Another area of growth was being able to learn to make healthier meals for myself. I would like to thank my mom and my dad for supporting and caring for me, and also the staff members who gave me the space to be me. Currently, my future plans are to learn the baking trade at Sunflower Bakery and to find employment in this field. I hope to be able to take care of my loved ones. In closing, I would like to say that while my high school years have been very eventful, I am now ready to move on to the next phase in my life.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Andrew Carter and I've been at KTS since 9th grade. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is I became more flexible over the years. Something else I've learned is that it's always good to get help. I never knew I could learn probability and statistics and how to deal with taxes. The thing I value most about my time here is all the great friends that I've made. Shout outs to Jeremy, who always made me laugh, Josh Rosen for always sticking by my side, Jack for always being a good friend, Yassine for having similar interests. Special shoutouts to friends who aren't here anymore but still made a difference to me. All my classes were really interesting and fun. I would like to thank Mr. Troy for making my first 2 years enjoyable. I want to thank Mr. Herman for making my science class a blast. Thank you, Mr. Vogel, Ms. New, Ms. Hall, Ms. Wilcox, and Mr. Tagalon for making my life interesting in every way, and to making school fun. I especially want to thank Ms. Mange for making me a stronger reader, and special thanks to Ms. Shorts for making all the special activities happen. Next year, I'll probably be in college and have a job. Also, see y'all when the alumni event comes. I will conclude with a quote from Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Oh no, we'll meet again some sunny day. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Natalia Conrad, and I've been at KTS for 4 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I've learned about myself is that I can make new friends by myself. Before I came to KTS, I had trouble making new friends. Something else I learned is that studying can be hard for me, but I've learned different ways to study. My favorite way for me to study is by color coding my information. I never knew I could succeed in math, but I've earned A's and B's in my math classes while at KTS. The thing I value the most about my time here is my friends, because we got to see each other almost every day. We also got to talk and spend time together. I would like to thank Ms. Bahan Prasad for teaching me how to speak Spanish, because she taught me new things about Spanish culture that I never knew about before. Also, thank you to Ms. Chung, because you helped me improve my writing skills. Next year, I will maybe go to Montgomery College. Thank you, Ms. Schwartz, and thank you, Mom and Dad, for supporting me throughout high school.
Hi, this is Aramis with my graduation speech. I've been going to KTS for 4 years. My speaking in front of you all is an example of something I learned about myself. I am much more confident and intelligent than I give myself credit for. Something else I learned is to never be late to Mr. Chulo's class. You've been warned. Just kidding. You're cool, Mr. Chulo. I never knew I could look into myself and realize my full potential. If I could pick only one thing that I value the most from my time at KTS, it would be everything I learned during my internship class, thanks to Miss McGinnis. It really helped me to get out of my comfort zone. Also, the free pizza wasn't bad either. I would first like to thank Ms. Schwartz for all the help and talks we had to get me through high school. I would also like to thank Ms. Chavis for all the encouragement you had given me. Also, I would like to thank Mr. Troy for being a big kid and writing this speech for me. Just kidding, not really. Next year, I plan on applying and enrolling at Montgomery College. Or maybe I'll win the lottery and buy a private island? Finally, to my parents, I want to thank you all for being there for me and helping me get into KTS. I wouldn't be as confident and social without you all. Thank you, and I wish you all the best.
Greetings all family, friends, teachers, and students. We are gathered here today to congratulate the KTS graduates of 2021. Yay! I have been in the Catherine Thomas School for 8 years since 5th grade. This year and last year have been a big change in part of our lives, including the pandemic. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I can be a skilled writer. I like to write stories, and I adapt my writing skills that I had struggled with since I was young. Something else I learned is that I'm a visual learner. I have found strategies that help me understand and will be useful in time. Before I came to KTS, I was treated differently because I couldn't catch up with other kids. But during my time at KTS, I have achieved many things, and I even run the length of a marathon. The thing I value the most about my time here is the positive memories. I will cherish all the fun memories in classes, the activities, and my old friends. In KTS, I have been with others who understood me and when other places didn't. I had a hard time fitting in with groups, talking with people about subjects I didn't know about, and I did not know why I was struggling. At KTS, I got to be with some students who are like me, who were struggling to fit in. I also had a better time being involved with teachers and students, and it gave me the opportunity to comfort and help other students. I am giving a huge love and thank you to everyone here who brought so much support in my goals and fostering pride into myself. I would like to thank Ms. Wilson for challenging me to write more sentences because she likes all her students to write in a full sentence. I would also like to thank Ms. New because she made PE very enjoyable and taught a lot in health class. Also, thank you, Ms. Carone, because you helped me with my writing and you were very supportive. Next year, I will go off to Beacon College in Leesburg, Florida for 4 years to study a major in anthrozoology. For my future job, I am hoping to become a conservation zoologist in the Amazon rainforest and in other parts of the world to help protect endangered species and the environment. I also want to educate people about the global issues that we are facing today, so we can protect the only planet that we animals and all life have to share and support to survive. In my free time, I have a few routines. I write my own stories that I want to publish someday as books or films. I also want to experience different parts of the world and cultures. I will continue to love learning new things. Thank you for your time and respect.
Hi everyone, I'm Allison Hannah, and I've been at KTS for 5 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I've learned about myself is that I can do my work independently. I really try hard. Something I learned at KTS is that I can self-advocate when I need help. Also, I never knew I could draw so well. The thing I value most about my time here at KTS is all the support I've gotten from my teachers, because before I came to KTS, I didn't really get much help from my teachers. So when I came to KTS, I really valued all the support that I got. I'd like to thank Ms. Crawford for everything she's done to help me over my years at KTS. I also thank you to Ms. Gooden because you helped me make government class more enjoyable. Next year I will either go to Montgomery College or get a job. Thank you, KTS staff, for everything you've done to help me learn over my 5 years here at KTS.
KTS, that's my home. We are here, graduating, go dragons up in here, living free, fly with me, up in here, we graduating everywhere, with all me, let them go, graduating, let them live, let them be, graduation, we are here, let them free, let we meet, growing up, we are here, graduating, we are free.
Hello, my name is Liam Henderson. I've been a student at KTS for 1.5 years. Even though I've not been here that long, I've been able to get my education I needed here. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is how to keep myself calm and collected. For example, when I ask a question, raising my hand when I was in school, the teachers would talk about to me or wonder why I'm asking that question. At KTS, I feel more confident asking my questions and don't have any fears of getting things wrong or incorrect. I feel like I don't have as much anxiety as I did at my old school. Something else I learned is how to be more independent. I feel like in my old school I relied too much on help. I have learned to try my best to do things even when they're hard. For example, I'm very independent, keeping track of my work. I self-advocate for extra help when needed with homework. I show up to independent sessions on time, and I also independence in emails if there's a problem. I never really learned to be easier. I can get work done more efficient because of my teachers and the other staff. If I ask for help, the teachers are very tolerant and say, oh yeah, sure, we'll get help right away. The thing I value the most about my time here is having teachers understand my learning challenges better than my other school. I would like to thank the teachers for taking my time to understand the way I ask questions, as well for the IEP team to help me with my struggles. Also, thank you to Ms. Schwartz for helping me grow as a person. Lastly, thank you to my mom for supporting me in my education. Next year, I'll either find a job to start making money or go to college. Whichever comes first, I'm interested in taking college courses about fundamentals of art or 2D and 3D animation. Thank you for all your help and good luck to all of you.
My name is Emmanuel Jackson, and I would like to thank the Academy for this honor. I only wish there were thousands of people clapping in a room right now. I have been in KTS for 3 presidential terms. I can't believe how fast 10 years, nay, a decade, have flown by. Now, not to toot my own horn, but let's be honest, I'm brilliant. But you know that. So, let me thank the people who are behind the success of Emmanuel Achilles Jackson. Because I've been at KTS since 4th grade, there's not enough words or time to think of the crew who have been the fire under my feet. From elementary to middle to high, there are so many memories that I can think of. And a big shout out to Ms. Speech. I wouldn't be able to read this speech without you. Also, Mr. Blanc and Ms. Linzel. In conclusion, as I leave Catherine Thomas High School, I will be taking 10 years of memories with me in my backpack. Some are lessons, some are touchy memories, and some are staff that treated me like family. To my peers, I have known some of you since the 4th grade, and some of you since high school. We have grown on each other like fungus. I wish you all love and happiness.
Hello, my name is Megan Kilcoyne. I started at the Catherine Thomas School in 7th grade and I have been here for 6 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I have become more independent. Something else I learned how to do is self-advocate. I ask a lot of good questions and ask for help when I need it. I never knew I could talk so much. The thing I value the most about my time here is learning to be more determined in doing the clubs. My favorite clubs were book club and the movie and TV trivia club. I would like to thank Miss Crow and Miss Meredith for letting me come to office hours when I needed help with assignments. Thank you to Mom for coming to Visitors Day. Also, thank you to Mr. Chula because he helped me understand how and why we use technology. Next year, I am planning to volunteer to work at a place to take care of elderly people. Even though I'm excited to be done with school, I will miss all my friends and teachers.
Good afternoon. My name is Matthew Locker. I'm a proud graduate of the class of 2021. I have been at Catherine Thomas School since 9th grade. During the last 5 years, I have become more confident, found my voice, and discovered the true power of advocacy. Something else I learned is I need a workplace without bells. What I value most about my time at school is the people who care about me and support me. To be honest, I never knew I could love school staff so much. I would like to thank Miss Schwartz for taking the chance on me. I would also like to thank Beth and Miss Peterson for helping me find my way and build my confidence, and Stacy, Mrs. Carpenter, and Miss Marola for supporting me every day while in school and virtual the last 2 years. I also need to include a huge thanks to 3 of my teachers this year, Mrs. McGinnis, Mr. Peel, and Miss Hall. I have been lucky to have each of you 3 times over the past 5 years. You have been instrumental in my education and represent the heart and soul of my KTS experience. Finally, to my fellow graduates, congratulations. I am glad we're on this journey together. I wish you all the best and hope our paths cross again.
Good afternoon, friends, family, and fellow graduates. My name is Jason Lazoff, and I have been a hardworking student at KTHS for 5 years. During my time at KTHS, one thing I learned about myself is how I can self-advocate during difficult situations. Something else I learned is that I am a student that can adjust to different situations. For example, during COVID-19, we were in a lockdown, and I had to change my work environment from school to home. I never knew I could adjust to a different work environment so fast. The thing I value the most about my time here was learning new material in every class that I didn't know before I took that specific class. In the future, I will use this knowledge to help me be successful. I would like to thank all the teachers that I had over the past 5 years at KTHS. I wouldn't be the person who I am today if it weren't for the teachers and related service staff who guided me and gave me strategies to use throughout my day. I would also like to thank my parents for listening to my needs and getting me the education that I needed. You are always there for me during tough times, and I appreciate all of the support. One more person I would like to thank is my police officer mentor, who helped me learn to self-advocate in the real world. I would also like to thank him for giving me important experiences and explaining how actions have consequences. Being a police explorer, just like my mentor, makes me feel like I have already accomplished a goal in my life. Next year, I'll be attending Montgomery College to study criminal justice. I am so excited for this new experience. Congratulations to my fellow graduates. I hope you accomplish all of your goals in the years to come.
Hello fellow graduates, my name is Joey Lockwood and I've been at KTS for 3 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I'm kind and welcoming. Therapy group helped me to be more kind and welcoming through chances to talk to my peers and classmates. Something else I learned is that people at KTS are very nice. For example, one of my classmates helped me out picking up my computer and helped carry it to another class for me. The thing I value the most about my time here is doing therapy group and talking to everyone. I've enjoyed talking with some of my peers in therapy group. I never knew I could start and have such a good long conversation with others. I would like to thank Miss Crone for helping me learn more about English. I would also like to thank Mr. Choi for helping me to learn more about the editing videos. I would also like to thank Ms. Chun for helping me with the speech. Also, thank you to all of my teachers because you helped me with the educational support. Next year, I'll take marine biology classes and learn how to become a marine biologist at Montgomery College. I would like to learn more about sharks and other sea creatures and explore more of the deep sea. It was really nice seeing all of you here, and thank you everyone once again for helping me out. Have a nice day.
Hi, my name is Dorothy Longwell. I've been a student at KTS since 5th grade. When I first came to the school, I was feeling extremely nervous and shy. A lot of students came up to me and introduced themselves, and I soon got to be friends with them. In a short time, I came out of my shell and soon had a close group of friends. I became more comfortable every day after the first day and started to look forward to coming back to KTS. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is how to be independent. I learned by starting to do work by myself without having teachers helping me all the time. I was also independent by self-advocating when I needed help and listening when teachers told me to stand up for myself. Something else I learned is to be timely, which is also going to help me in the future with my job. If my boss is expecting me to be there at a certain time and I'm late, I will get in trouble. KTS has taught me that timeliness is an important skill to learn. My social workers and speech therapists have helped me mostly with my independence and my timeliness. Thank you for helping me learn these skills and believing in me. The thing I value the most about my time here is my friends. Some of my friends I have known since 5th grade, like Fia and Yassine. They have helped me get through school, and they always make me laugh. I will miss my friends when I leave school. I would like to thank my mom for finding KTS and being supportive during school. Also, thank you to Ms. Crawford because you helped me give me strategies to make me feel less upset. You talked to me about how I feel, and you have helped me through drama and other difficult situations. Next year, I'll be going to a program called Dine Me in Boston, which will start in September. I will get to choose an internship that I like. Additionally, I will get to spend most of my day at an internship and get to learn real-world experiences to help me in the future with a job. Good luck to those who are graduating and good luck to those who will still be at KTS. My word of advice are work hard, get help if needed, never give up, and always try your best. Thank you for your time and congrats to the class of 2021.
Hi, my name is Andrew Miller. I have been at KTS for 4 years, and I started here when I was in 10th grade. At first, I felt like this was not the school for me. I didn't want to be here because it didn't feel right. And I wanted to stay at my old school. Once I got to Catherine Thomas, it changed. I found out that people here were a lot nicer and a lot more caring than they were at my other school. The all-around vibe was different. Instead of walking in and being shut out, I'd walk in and be greeted with kindness and loving attitudes. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is I can do anything. Even if it's hard, I can still do it. I wouldn't give up. Before, if something was hard, I would plainly and respectfully wouldn't do it and walk away from it. Something else I learned is that heat is not the answer for anything, especially at school. For example, if I was playing basketball at my old school and didn't make a shot or didn't make a good pass or something, my classmates would physically take me off the court and I wouldn't be able to join again. at KTS, if I missed a shot, people would be positive instead of negative with their words and actions. I never knew I could change my attitude when I got to KTS because I was a different person. After my first day at KTS, I told my mom I didn't know how I'd do at this school because I felt like I was different than the other students. I was acting like someone who I really wasn't. I felt like I still had to survive. But then I realized I could be myself and be the person I wanted to be at KTS and show happiness, joyfulness, and courage. I felt like at KTS, if someone tried to come at me in a negative way, I could hold my ground and stand up for myself. The thing I value the most about my time here is how the school treats everyone like a family member. They don't single anyone out, but they bring everyone together. I really liked that and felt like at school that I am home. Everyone treats me like I am here to learn and get my education. I value that a lot. I would like to thank Ms. Chavis and Ms. Larcella for their firmness in helping me bring out the good in myself. They told me the rules and set me straight. Also, thank you to Alexis because he could relate to me. He was in school just like me. If he wasn't at this school, I feel like I would be stuck in my old ways, and it was not fun. If I did something wrong, I would know from him immediately that it wasn't cool to do that at KTS. Next year, I am hoping to enroll myself in the fire and rescue business or organization. For example, I want to join the Wheaton Volunteer Rescue Squad. I'm hoping to be accepted into a rescue squad in the area because that's my long-term dream. Always follow your dreams. Don't let one bad thing in your first year ruin the rest of your year. Listen to your teachers and listen to the TAs. And listen to your parents. Your parents have probably better advice than anyone out here. Without my parents, I wouldn't be at this stage graduating today. Thank you KTS for feeling like family, and thank you KTS for feeling like a second home. Thank you.
I am Leonardo Montero Perez. I attended the school for 5 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I can do things independently. Something else I learned is that I can reach out to staff if I need support. I never knew that I could have so many friends at KTS. The thing I value most about my time here is that what I've learned has set me up for success. I would like to thank Ms. Marshall for helping me learn to control my feelings and deal with conflicts. Also, thank you, Mr. Peel, for providing me with resources that helped me succeed in studying and ace my tests. Next year, I will take what I've learned and use my skills to help me succeed at Montgomery College. In closing, I would like to thank my parents and everyone at KTS for helping me learn and become mature.
Hello to all KTS. My name is Joshua Rosen, and I've been a KTS student for 5.5 years. The first time I came to KTS, I was very nervous. I felt it felt very small compared to my other school, which was bigger. I wasn't sure I was going to like it here. By the time I got used to it, I finally learned how to do my work on my own. I got all the help I needed, and I learned how to advocate for myself a lot better. Before I came to this school, I needed a lot of help, and I could not finish my own homework. During my time at KTS, I learned that I can be good at math in my own way, and I've learned how important history is and how much it affects the present and how we live now. I learned how important science is, teaching us how to respect the environment better. Something else I learned is that school can be the very reason you can become the person you are today. After meeting so many people and learning from knowledge that's passed down to us, we see how to make the future better with the knowledge we know. I never knew I could ever enjoy making food for people until I took culinary class. I found my calling for what I want to do in the future. During my years, I realized that there are people who need help being fed, and thanks to culinary, I plan to start my own business where a restaurant can come to them and give them both food and job opportunities. This helps start a better new life. The thing I value the most about my time here is the time I spent in the building with my friends. Ever since the pandemic hit, I realized that school is the very reason I have friends in the first place. I would like to thank Ms. Botterill for teaching me physics and Mr. Peel for teaching me modern world history, the most important periods in the school, and for always giving me help. I would very much like to thank Mr. Vogel for teaching me about the government, and I would like to thank Ms. Wilcox for teaching culinary, or else I would have never found my real calling for how much good food can put on a good smile on a person's face. Also, thank you to two people I call my parents, because you brought me to the school and have faith in me, and even though there have been many events we have gone through, I do not know what I would have done without either of you. Jason Rosen and Deborah Melton, I'm very glad to call you my parents, and I wouldn't change a thing. Next year, I'll be going to a culinary program so I can learn how to cook food better so that my level of culinary skills can improve. Once I'm done with that program, I will become an entrepreneur and get a food truck that will travel from neighborhood to neighborhood to find families who are in need of work and something put on their tables. Thank you all for listening, and congratulations to those who are in my shoes right now. To those who are still at KTS, here are some words of advice. No matter what race, religion, or how unique other people seem, don't think of your closest friends as just classmates, or your teachers as just teachers. Think of them all as your family in education, as I think my friends as my brothers and sisters in education.
I am Jeremy Roskis. I have been at KTS for about 4 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I am flexible. I have been able to go with the flow a lot more than I used to be able to. Something else I learned, that I am very outgoing. I enjoy going on trips and spending time with my family and friends. The thing I value the most about my time is almost all my friends I have made. I would like to thank my friends for being good friends and hanging out with me. Also, I would like to thank you, Mr. Herman LeBlanc, Miss Carpenter, Miss Marola, and Miss Crawford, because you helped me form good relationships and were people I could talk to. Next year, I will participate in Project Search. I am nervous about next year, but I will know I will do well because I focused how much hard work I have done and how flexible I have become.
Hi, I'm Jayon Simon. I've been here attending Catherine Thomas School for 9 years. During the time at KTS, one of the things I learned about myself, I'm not shy mouse anymore. I used to be shy, but now I gain confidence in myself. Something else I learned, I am well-minded. All of the education I received at Catherine Thomas had made me an independent thinker. I never knew I couldn't get up early in the morning. It was a hassle, but my education isn't free. I pay for my education by putting the effort and getting up early each day. The thing I value the most about my time here, I value all the friends I made and being social. It's important not to be a lonely aunt. I want to thank my grandmother, my aunts for being there for me. Also, I want to thank Miss Brazel for teaching me my strategies for organization. I want to thank Ms. Marola for making me stay alert in class. Next year, I will attend a program to help me to have a job in the medical field, be a CMA, a clinical medical assistant. And, of course, I will be continuing playing video games. Thank you all. Goodbye.
Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name is Ella Smith and I've been a student at KTS for 12 years, not counting preschool. I've learned a lot at KTS, but probably the most important thing I learned was to ask for help. I also learned how to be more flexible. I remember I used to get upset over simple things like not being able to brush my hair alone. At KTS, something I got better at was being more vocal and speaking up for myself. I think the most important thing I did at KTS was make a lot of friends, and I will miss you all. I hope to keep in touch. The first and most important person I would like to thank is my mom. She has always advocated for me, supported me through everything, and of course helped me put my hair up. I also want to thank my grandma and grandpa for making it possible for me to go to KTS in the first place by paying for the tuition for many years. Thanks to Ms. Seps for helping me prepare for the future. Thank you, Ms. Loracella, even though we didn't always agree. I know you always cared. I would also like to thank Mr. Troy for teaching me the best over the years. Next year, I will be enrolled in the MOST program, which will help me prepare for the future. I will really miss KTS and will always remember my time there. Leaving KTS, I want to say bye, and I'll miss everyone. I wish everyone the best.
Hello, student, faculty, and family members. My name is Artur Stalkis. I have been at KTS for 8 years. I came here in 6th grade at the start of middle school, and I've been here ever since. During my time at KTS, I've learned about myself. I found out that I like to move around a lot and also help teachers, so I'm really good at setting up for assemblies and events. I now know that I'm pretty smart. Before I came to KTS, I felt like I didn't know very much. Then after I came here, I was able to learn. Also, I never knew I could cook, but I can, and I really like it. The thing I value most about all of my years here is that teachers never gave up on me. I would like to thank Mr. Choi for helping me in math when it was hard. Also, thank you, Ms. Maines, because you helped me for 5 years and now my reading skills are strong. I really want to thank all staff members for helping me when I was down. You were always there to help me get back on track. Next year, I hope to get a job in Baltimore and make enough money to live on my own. That would be great. In closing, I want to thank Ms. Schultz for creating this high school that was perfect for me. It was important for me to graduate from KTHS High School. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Julian Tash and I have been a student at KTS for 5 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I am brave. Something else that I learned is that I am very strong. I never knew I could help others. the thing I value the most about my time here is socializing with my friends. I would like to thank my teachers for helping me work even harder. Also, thank you to Dr. White because you helped me self-advocate. Next year, I will be in Montgomery College. In closing, I will miss you.
Hello, my name is Tyreek Vaughn, and I've been at KTS for 2 years. During my time at KTS, some things I have learned about myself are that I'm very hardworking, organized, and I know myself have been independent in completing my own assignments and independent work. I have noticed that I am more organized than since I started KTS. I have been putting assignments and other papers in their own separate folders to stay organized. I know myself more than I did before KTS since I started taking notes on what my habits are. For example, at home and at school, I have been thinking about how my actions can have an effect on the real world. I never knew I could be supported at KTS. I never had anybody to tell me what I needed to do or to give me any advice for high school. I had my own strategies on how to improve or be more aware of what would be like. Even though I had an idea of what high school would be, I still thought it was challenging. I still procrastinate with my work, even though I still do my independent work before the due dates. KTS helped me more than my previous school because I was able to ask for more help to the teachers for more clarifications when needed. The thing I value the most about my time here is my relationship with staff and having a good high school experience. I want to give a big thank you to the teachers I work with and my speech and counseling services. Also, I would like to thank my teachers for assisting me on tough curricular activities that I wasn't comfortable with. Next year, I will focus more on my dream jobs and try to overcome my flaws. I am interested in going into the field of making arts, such as music, fashion, and dancing. As time goes by, I will always cherish the moment I live in and stop worrying about what other people think about me. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Parents, faculty, staff, and friends. I am Jack Whalen, and I have been here at Catherine Thomas High School for 6 years. There are many things I learned about myself at KTHS. One thing I learned about myself is that I'm a hard worker. I learned how to push myself to do things that will help me in college next year. For example, getting most of my work done on my own, and asking for help from teachers and related services is a good self-advocacy skill that will help me in college. Another thing I learned is that when I have trouble working on something and I feel anxious, I have strategies to help me. I take deep breaths, tell myself I can do it, or I can talk to somebody when I need extra support. Finally, I learned that I am able to be independent as I move on in life. I learned to make friends by reaching out and doing things. The thing I value the most about my time here is that the school made me feel important and capable of being successful. I would like to thank Ms. LeBlanc for always helping me through my high school career. I would also like to thank all the TAs that have helped me in my classes. I would like to thank Ms. Wilcox for introducing me to the world of cooking, particularly by making things from scratch. Finally, I would like to thank Ms. Bevington for all that she has done for me, helping me with singing better and helping me with songs for concerts and schoolwork. In addition, thank you for helping me get a potential scholarship. I would also like to thank Ms. Schwartz for giving me a good high school experience. Finally, I want to thank my mom for her tremendous help in recommending that I should attend KTHS. She felt that this would be the perfect place for me to thrive academically and personally. Next year, I will be attending Beacon College in Leesburg, Florida in the fall. In closing, I would like to say to everyone at KTHS, thank you, good luck, and keep working hard. I will miss you.
Good afternoon, KTS graduates, staff, faculty, and families. My name is Kaylin White, and I have been a student at KTS for 4 years. During my time at KTS, one thing I learned about myself is that I'm able to take risks, which has helped me to build my independence. Something else I have learned is that I enjoy learning and that I am analytical, which has helped me in problem solving. I never knew I could be comfortable with working with little children, which I found out through my internship at the Youth Academy during 11th grade. The thing I value the most about my time here is the opportunity to thrive and become successful. I would like to thank Ms. Chavis for putting up with my wittiness and honesty. I want to thank Ms. Schwartz for being a great principal and for helping me whenever I needed her. Also, thank you to Ms. Wilcox because you introduced me into the world of cooking. I want to thank my mother because she was the one who felt that the Catherine Thomas School was the best place for me. I want to tremendously thank Ms. Bevington for all that you have done for me in music class. Most notably, I thank you for helping me with a potential scholarship that you recommended, which would involve contributing my musical abilities to help children. I am very excited to announce that I'm going to Mitchell College this fall. My journey so far has been a tedious process, but in the end I figured out where I want my next chapter to start. In closing, I want my classmates to remember to always persevere even when the circumstances seem impossible and pointless. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Congratulations to us all. P.S. The real struggle is just beginning.
All I can say is, wow. We are incredibly proud of all of you. Even with just filming those speeches, first of all, writing the speeches and really speaking from the heart, and then even filming them is not an easy thing to do. So I want to thank each and every one of you for doing that and presenting about yourself today. So let's give you another round of applause. I also want to thank Chris Troy for all the work he put into making sure that that happened. I'd like to recognize one parent who has given a tremendous amount of time and energy for the Catherine Thomas School, and that's Stacy De La O. Stacy, can you stand, please? Stacy has been an outstanding Parents Association representative. She has also led one of our auctions. Was it one or two? Very involved in our auctions. She's always greeted new families for us and has just always been available whenever we've needed her for anything. So we want to just recognize all that you've done for KTS. Thank you, Stacy. I also want to recognize 3 of our students who've earned presidential awards. Presidential awards are given to students, I shouldn't say, the awards are given, but they're earned by students who've completed 100 hours of community service in a 12-month period. And 2 of those students are Jason Lazoff. You'll get them. And Kaylin White. A third student who, in addition to everybody gets a certificate and a letter from the President of the United States, but in addition, Jayon Simon has earned a special medal because he not only earned 100 hours within a 12-month period, but over the course of his time, he has earned, now I just forgot the number again, 443 hours of community service. Jayon, please stand up. Now, I'd like all of our graduates to line up because the time has come. Dr. DeJarnette?
Members of the class of 2021, when I call your name, please step forward to receive your diploma. Kyle Everett Alawaya. Alexis Aravelo. Ethan Bailey. Reese Branham. Andrew Morris Carter. Natalia Conrad. Aramis Anderson Crane. Fiorella Josephine De La O. Allison Hannah. Liam Henderson. Emmanuel Achilles Jackson. Megan Kilcoyne. Matthew Lager. Jason Shayer Lazov. Joseph Adrian Lockwood. Dorothy Davies Longwell. Andrew Dennis Miller. Leonardo Montero Perez. Jeremy Roskus. Joshua Rosen. Jayon Elijah Simon. Ella Dawn Smith. Arturas Starkis. Julian Tash. Tyreek Vaughn. John Pierce Whalen. Kaylin White.
Will the graduates please rise? Not yet, not yet. Wait. Take your tassels and move it to the left side. To all of our esteemed guests, either here physically today or virtually, I now present to you the Catherine Thomas School class of 2021.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see and you. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white. The bright, blessed day, the dark, secret night. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rain, so pretty in the sky, and also in the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands. How do you do? really saying
I love you. We hear babies cry.
I wanna grow than I ever know. I think to myself,
What a wonderful world.
yes, I think to myself,
What a wonderful world. Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us today, and thank you, KTS students, for making this a wonderful world. We wish you all the best. We also have a special gift for each of our graduates, so please make sure to get one today before you go. But we also want you to all remember that you are still part of our KTS community, so that even though you may no longer be at our school, you are still part of our community, and we're always here for you anytime. And we look forward to seeing all of you at future events. Thank you again. Have a great day.